Alright, what's going on YouTube? We are back with some more videos. This time we're going to be taking a look at Resident Evil 4, the 2023 remaster, or remake if you will. I am going to be checking out a mod called the Tactical First-Person Shooter, or Tactical First-Person mod. Essentially what this does is turns Resident Evil 4 into a first-person shooter. A tactical first-person shooter if you will. I will get to the tactical portions of that a little bit later on in the video. I just thought it'd be pretty cool to kind of go through a little bit of the beginning portion of the game. I did test it with the very beginning intro to make sure that I did install it correctly and everything works in terms of like controls and stuff like that. You can use this with mouse and keyboard and a controller. I believe this works with the main story, mercenaries, and separate ways. And so I do have a save like right before the fight in the village. So I'm going to go ahead and load that up here. Well, that's the auto save. Let me see. Here is fine. Essentially, it's gonna allow us to kind of go through a little bit of the village and maybe do like the village fight. Just kind of test out everything and make sure that it is working, kind of showcase everything. I will be going over the options in the second half of this video. So again, this first part is gonna be like strictly just gameplay, just to showcase the mod and what it can do and stuff like that. So like I said, it's just more so just going past like the beginning intro part, which I think be going this way. This game is dark, or maybe it's just my settings that are dark. If I remember correctly, there's two guys out here. But the controls work the same as they would if you was playing in third person. I'm using controllers, so like left bumper is going to be my knife, B is going to be my crouch, left stick is going to be my sprint, so on and so forth. So the controls are all the same. It's just in a first person view. So we saw one guy go up there. I know there's two guys here if I remember correctly. Yeah. Homeboy one's over there. And then second guy's over here that drops down. Okay. So you have to forgive me if I'm trying to like play through this and it looks a little funky. All right. Not too bad. I am worried about the village run because not being able to actually see around me is going to be kind of concerning. Things like the quick turn does work with the left, or I'm sorry, the right bumper, or L or R1 if you use a PlayStation controller. I know this guy. Damn it, I keep falling for that. No matter how many times I've done this, I keep falling for that. I keep forgetting it's there. I know there's a guy in here. Alright, so he's down. Kinda hoping he would drop bullets. But that's fine. Don't have enough to make any gunpowder. So you can change weapons with the D-pad still. Like I said, most controls are still the same. There's just a few new controls that are worked into the mod itself. And what's pretty cool is like whenever opening doors and stuff like that, and certain cutscenes, you'll still be in first person. So I think it's just overall just a cool mod to play the game differently now. I am not going to try and stealth this. I think me trying to stealth this in this view is not going to be good for anyone involved. Luckily, we're playing on standard, so, like, it's not that bad. Shit. My goal here is just to not die. So I may try and stealth a little bit, maybe to get, like, 1 or 2 people if I can, but... yeah. Like, this part is hard enough as it is, even without trying to stealth through it. Yeah, well, that didn't work.
Here we go.
So the quick turn still works here. See if I can kind of tunnel him in here a little bit. And this is where shit gets real. Go grab the shotgun. Let me out. Whew. Yeah. Oh god. Yep, he was right there. Literally right there. I don't like that. Get away from me. This isn't so bad like when I can see what I'm doing, but in first person it's a lot more creepy. Like, you still get the notification, like, to use the knife and stuff, but man.
You could be kidding me. It's my lucky day.
Here, we're gonna definitely grab this.
Oh, nice. Ways closed.
Nope, there he is.
Present for you. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, honestly, that wasn't too bad with the bell. Pick up the stuff. They're not gonna shoot me anymore. Now, obviously, like that will last a little bit longer, but we are playing just in standard difficulty, and we didn't have that much time. So, if you guys want like another demonstration, maybe we'll do like a mercenaries mode. That might be like a better demonstration. But yeah, going on from that, I'll go ahead and showcase the controls of how this works.
Routes to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill.
Alright. So skip it over to comm. So, by default, this is what your aim is. This is done just with the right mouse button, or if you're using a controller, it's going to be the left trigger or L2. So the first part we're going to be going over is just the first person mode and its perspective. So you can switch between first person and third person. If you're using mouse and keyboard, the key is going to be F10. You can see there you can't switch back and forth. I do apologize for the mouse button for the mouse on the screen. There we go. So that's because of the RE framework. But yeah, if you use the mouse and keyboard, F10 is going to allow you to switch between first person and third person. If you're using a controller, there is no default key per se, but there is the optional double press of the aim button, which will also allow you to switch between first person and third person. I would say obviously like pressing a key is a little bit more easier. You could probably mount this to a different button if you really wanted to, but I mean double clicking works if you're not panicking, because you really have to like press it relatively quick, right? You have to press it relatively quick to like be able to switch between the two. You probably get like a half-second delay in between, so you're not like, you know, spam aiming or something like that. So if you're doing like stuff like this is fine, but like double tap can switch between. Anyway, So going on to the next part is going to be custom shooting / aim stances. There are 4 presets. You start off with your regular preset, which is going to be preset, I guess, 0, which is going to be a simple aim. Now, if you're using a controller, it's going to be the left bumper, or if you use a mouse and keyboard, it's going to be Q. This allows you to switch in third person. This allows you to switch in third person. This allows you to lean, right? So you can switch shoulders. You can lean. So essentially this is preset A. Preset B is going to be the lean towards the right. Preset C is going to be G. Now this has to be in first person here. So preset 3 is going to be G. And this has to be done when aiming. Sorry, give me 1 second. X a little finicky sometimes. There we go. I don't know why that was acting so weird. Okay. There we go. So, in order for it to actually work, you have to actually hold down the mouse, the right mouse, in order to use the preset. You can't use the controller and use the preset. So, kind of go over the presets, use the mouse and keyboard, and then kind of going over the button combinations. So, for mouse and keyboard, holding down the right mouse and then pressing A is going to have you lean towards the left. If you want to lean towards the right, which is going to be preset B, that's going to be E. So for mouse or for a controller, is hold down the left trigger, and then the right or the left bumper is going to be for your left, and the right bumper is going to be for the right hand side. For preset C, it's going to be G, which just slightly tilts your gun down. I mean, this is good for like maybe close quarters or if you need to clear a little bit of room. And the final preset is going to be preset F, which is going to be one-handed. This is just more for style, honestly. Not really necessarily something I would use for tactical advantage, but yeah. You can do that for style points if you like. And then again, if you want to use the controller, hold it down the controller. Going left is going to be left bumper. Right is going to be right bumper. For preset C, which is going to be the slightly tilted of the gun, you're going to be pressed down on the right stick. And then if you want to do preset D, which is going to be the one-handed, you need to press down on the left stick 3 times. You can see there. So again, that last one's just more for style points. And then the last one is going to be iron sights. Now, every weapon does have an iron sight. So, for example, you may think this is like the iron sight, but no, not really. It's just like you aiming down the laser. For iron sight, using the controller, you just press B. And now this allows you to aim down the sight of the gun. This also works for scopes as well. I don't have a scope on a gun, obviously. But this allows you to just aim down the sight of a gun to get a little bit more precision aim. It does follow the laser relatively close. You can still use the laser if you like, if you prefer that, but if you want to aim down the sight with the gun, you just press B on the controller. On mouse and keyboard, it's going to be the extra mouse button. I don't have the extra mouse button currently on my controller, or not, sorry, on my mouse right now because I'm using a different mouse. However, it would be the same deal here. This also works with shotguns as well. As you can see, we can aim down the sight with a shotgun if you like, instead of having the reticle. This also works with like tilting as well. So you can also tilt to left and right as well and switch shoulders, sticking around corners. And if you press B, that allows you to aim down the sight even in third person. So like, say you're in third person, you're shooting, you want to aim down the sight, you can just press B. And that can take you to first person, aim down the sight, and then you can press B again and take you back into third person. It also works with the pistol as well. This can be customized with the RE framework. You can customize different inputs and stuff like that. So like, I would say like you can do a combination of like just third-person gameplay with like first-person precision aiming. You can also set up to whenever you do aim, it would just default the aim down the sight, but still like run around in third person. So overall, I think this is a pretty cool mod. I haven't done a full playthrough of this. This is just me testing out like the little beginning stages of it. Like I said, this does work in Mercenaries mode, and if you guys want like another test to play through, like maybe a round of Mercenaries mode, like in the village or something, I'll do that using the mod itself. Because I think it'd be pretty interesting to see like the reticles and stuff like that with different weapons and things like that, and more of like a combat scenario versus just, you know, me kind of walking around a little bit, fighting a couple of enemies, and then the bell ringing. So, in any case, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do apologize for the quality of the video. It's not up to snuff like my usual stuff. I'm currently using a backup computer because my main rig is currently busted, so I'm using my laptop alongside like a second monitor. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of finicky for the next couple of videos. Hopefully I can get that fixed. Yeah, essentially just to kind of give a long story short, the motherboard and the CPU seem to be busted, I'm trying to see if I can salvage it to at least use it until I can get, like, new equipment. But, however, it's just not in the cards right now. Thankfully, I do have, like, a backup system so I can at least record videos. Streams are going to be down for some time. So, ow. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be putting out more mod videos soon. Just give me a bit of time as I have to, like, kind of convert everything into my laptop. So, hopefully you guys take care, enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.